So okay, who are FIT? FIT Fast Track to IT. Basically, we were a not-for-profit charity organisation. We were established about 14 years ago in 1999. And basically, in essence, we work with people who are marginalised and who've become detached from the labour market. And how we work with them is we upskill them in the area of IT areas that there's a demand for, and we work with them in developing courses to get them back into the jobs market as such. So we work with local training providers, colleges, FOSS, VECs, those type of partners in actually designing IT courses that are relevant to the needs of the IT sector current in the market. And what we do is then we get those students onto those courses and we upskill them with the purpose of getting them back into the job market, okay? So we've various types of courses running throughout Ireland. Our head office is in Dublin. We have a Cork office, and we've also an office in Northern Ireland. In the Munster region, in Cork specifically, we run courses in St John's College, we run courses in the School of Commerce, we run things like cloud and virtualisation courses, PC maintenance courses, IT and warehousing courses, so all aspects of IT we cover as such, okay? We're primarily funded by the government, the EU and FOSS, and also our board of directors, who I'll talk about in a minute, provide some funding to us as well, okay? Right, so our board of directors, I suppose in essence, these are the companies that work with us in designing the actual courses and the course content. So we have curriculum sub-development meetings every month where we work with these companies and we tease out from them what are the current needs and demands of the IT sector in terms of the skills profile required, okay? So we deal with the likes of IBM, Microsoft, EMC, those types of companies. We recently brought on board ATOS, a local company here, so we're delighted to welcome them onto our board of directors, okay? So our achievements to date, we've been very successful. We've put over 8,000 people through our books, so we've upskilled 8,000 job seekers who are out of the market, out of the job skills market. And 5,000 of those have progressed on to work or further training and education. So like we support the students throughout the course, but we also support them up to a period of 3 years after the course. And I suppose essentially FIT are measured in that. That's our success in getting them back into the workplace and keeping them in the workplace. So this year alone, we've over 2,500 students that are going through our courses on FIT's courses, okay? So just to talk a little bit about what we do in the supports, I suppose initially we recruit the students, we put them through an aptitude testing screening process where we see if they're actually suitable to actually go on the IT courses themselves. And once we get them in and up and running on the courses, we work with them, if you like, to get their soft skills and to get their skills in the area of CVs and interviews and that up to date, so as we can actually get them back into the workplace. So the colleges deliver the technical content we have designed, and we work with them then to support them and getting them interview skills, CV workshops, that type of thing, to get them back onto the workplace. We also provide lifelong training for them via Skillport and eCollege, where they can log on for a period of up to 5 years and look at the current training needs in the market and look at what's current and what they can do themselves for their own learning. We work very closely with industry. I suppose industry is our bread and butter as such, because they support us in everything we do, but primarily they support us in providing work placements for the students, internship programs for the students, to get them ultimately back into the job market, okay? We also do things like progression, where we work with the students for up to 3 years to keep them in the workplace. Okay. As I said, industry is very important to what we do, and industry supports us in a number of ways. They provide company visits where we actually get the students out into the company and see what a typical IT department is doing in a typical company. They also sit with us on our mock interview board. Some companies send participants to sit on the board. But primarily companies work with us in terms of providing work experience and internship placements to give that student who's become detached from the market a chance to put into practice the skills they're learning on the IT course, okay? And also some companies work with us on mentoring programs where they take a student that they've had on the placement and they work with them over a period of time and mentor them into the right area that fits their specific skills. Okay, so from an internship expectation, I suppose what we try to do is we try to get students hands-on experience in an area that they've actually studied in. So we ask companies to give them experience so that they can practice what they've learned as such, and to create a positive environment for them. A lot of our students have become detached from the market, so confidence and stuff like that might be at a low. So we ask them to work with them and build that up and get them back into the workplace. And I suppose I can't highlight enough the companies are our bread and butter. As I said already, they're the people that make our programs a success. And the benefits to the employer with our programs, I suppose specifically the company is affiliated with Return to the Labour Market for the students, where they're actually contributing to reducing unemployment numbers. A lot of companies get involved in our curriculum development programme, whereby they sit on our curriculum sub-development group on a monthly basis and have I suppose the chance to contribute to what is the course content in the IT course that the students are working on. Feedback from a lot of our companies is that they feel their corporate social responsibility, they're working on that and that they're contributing to a reduction in the unemployment figures. And a lot of our students then actually stay on with the company and progress into full-time employment with the company, so that's very successful from our point of view. I would like to talk to you today a bit about the government Momentum programme that it's a new contract that FIT have won in the last few months. I suppose if you haven't heard about Momentum, it's a funding that the government are providing to upskill about 6,500 people in different sectors, like medical devices and ICT, information and communication technology, to upskill them to get them back into the workplace. And I suppose they're providing the funding in areas that they know there's growth in, and they know there's a demand for that. So with this in mind, FIT did a skills audit in the latter half of 2012 of the ICT sector, where it surveyed over 25,000 professionals in the area. And I suppose it came up with a distinctive skills gap in the market in different areas, and we designed our courses based on that skills gap as such. And our survey also revealed that there was a corresponding, if you like, lack of suitably qualified applicants for people with those skills as well. So FIT designed programs with that in mind, and won funding to upskill over 480 students in the area of ICT. And what we're benefiting from with FIT, with the Momentum programme, is really a talent transfer from other areas like the construction industry, which has declined. I suppose, unlike our previous courses, the Momentum programme is slightly different in that a lot of the people we deal with, they're professional people. They've gone through degrees and diplomas already. They've spent maybe up to 20 years working in different sectors, and those sectors have declined, like the construction industry. So we have people like project managers and tradespeople who are now looking to upskill and get back into the workplace through ICT. So we have 6 courses running at the moment under the Momentum programme, and we're now working with Griffith College in Cork, 3 level 5 City and Guilds courses, web development and database management, IT security management and network management with Cisco specific vendor modules. On the level 6 side of things, we have software development and testing with project management, SharePoint, network and server management, and virtualization and cloud management. So these courses are running for a period of 16 weeks right over the summer. They've just started at the end of May. Again, unlike our other courses, which would typically be a year in academic format, these are 16 weeks. So they're really, I suppose, they're designed to say what FIT actually does. They're fast-tracking people back into IT over a 16-week intensive period. They're full-time courses running Monday to Friday in Griffith College, and as I mentioned already, the awarding body is City and Guilds level 5 and level 6, okay, plus industry certification where applicable. Just a bit about the internship side of things. Then after the 16 weeks, we're looking for an opportunity for students to go on an internship placement for 13 weeks, commencing in September and ending in December. From an employer perspective, there's no cost to the employer for this. There's insurance cover in place. So I suppose what we're promoting here today via this link is that internship program Momentum to, if you like, for employers to open their doors and provide an opportunity for students we have. Okay, so so I'm working on CVs and interviews at the moment. So we have that up and running. We have CVs in place, so we can work with companies now in terms of interviews and for the internship programs. Okay, and that's it really. That's a short and sweet presentation, just a bit about FIT and what we do and our Momentum program. So if you have any questions, I'd gladly answer them.